Hey everyone, Elisa here. Welcome to day two of the Kickstart to Ditch Processed Foods. How'd you do yesterday? Which meal did you choose? I would love for you to let me know. And or if it was difficult, what some of your wins were, what some of your challenges were. But I'm curious about that. And today we're going to move on with another meal. So we are going to choose two meals today. But what I want to talk to you about is I wonder if you have enough in your house's environments to actually make this happen. So, if we got ready for one day, hopefully that you still have some foods to choose for days two, three, and four and beyond. Well, not right now, but because you'd have to go shopping a little bit more. And we're going to talk about how to do that. And what I'd like you to do is if you could think about, so if you pulled out your workbooks or pulled a piece of paper and decided what to jot down, think about whatever meal you chose yesterday. We're going to build upon that to choose a second meal today. And were you finding it hard to grab certain foods? Were you finding that your appetite was there, but nothing was there to eat? So I want to take a minute to talk about appetite. Sounds silly maybe, but hear me out. A lot of times when we eat something, maybe it's something fine, maybe it's something that didn't follow our wellness plan. Whatever the case is, sometimes a frequent response to simply being hungry again is met with all these negative emotions when being hungry is a natural physiological process and it's going to happen. So if we're not eating enough at one meal, you're going to be hungry sooner. And if you ate too much at one meal, you're still going to be hungry at some point. I get this all the time. We're approaching Thanksgiving, so this is a very appropriate analogy. What happens with Thanksgiving? You and the universe eats too much and gets overfull. So full that can you start hearing the conversations already? I ate too much. I am never doing this again and I'm not eating, and my diet or eating well starts tomorrow. All right. So then you come to Friday and you're so proud of yourself and you're still full a little bit from the day before that you're not eating. And this goes on until about 1, 2 in the afternoon. And then what happens? You're hungry. You're upset at yourself that you're actually hungry. And you end up eating Thanksgiving dinner all over again. No, we don't want that. I would like to have you understand and accept that hunger is a part of what's going to happen. I could feed you a bucket of some food that won't make you feel very well, and 4 to 6 hours later you're still going to be hungry again. With that in mind, with making a choice to have foods that aren't processed needs some thought. Why? Because all those preservatives are making the shelf life of the food much longer. So that's why a Twinkie can sit in your cabinet for decades and you could grab it because it's always there. But when you make a choice to eat outside the box, the foods are fresher. They tend to not have the preservatives, so they'll go rancid or they just won't be as fresh long, and you can't save them for weeks at a time. So we have to start thinking about preparing for that. So in your quest for having adding another meal to this unprocessed journey, I want you to think about, are you having enough foods around that you can choose from? Do you have enough protein stocked in your freezer? Do you have things in your pantry that can be used to make other dishes? So if you have nuts, or you can have nut butter. It's just a matter of watching what the preservatives are on there. Do you have the right kind of condiments that you can make, for example, a sauce to go over a vegetable? And those are things that I want you to think about. And we'll get into some grocery lists as in the next few days. But I do want you to take a look around and understand that if today, if you signed up and you were prepared for this Kickstart, you may have a few more things than someone who didn't but is following along. That's okay too. So take a look around to see that if you've chosen whatever meal that you choose to add again to those two meals that are unprocessed, look and see what you're choosing. Maybe those need to go on a standing grocery list or something that's there that's making your life easier right now that you can put together to have this second meal a day. So hopefully that made some sense. Get started with day 2. Again, if you have any questions, shoot me an email at Elisa at liveyourbest365.com. I will be back again later this afternoon at 4 p.m. Central to go over any questions that you might have and to really kind of see where we're at as we continue to move forward. So I hope you have a good day. I hope that it is mostly unprocessed. And give me a shout out if I can help you in any other way. Have a good day.